What is up, everyone? It's me again, Gamerlush, with another episode of Final Fantasy Impressions. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I know I was a little bummed out, and I was I think I rated it kind of like a depressing mood in my last video. I want to apologize, guys, because that's not what this channel is all about. I drink to make, I get happy, we play games, we get drunk, or, whatever, like that, and I just want to relay a positive attitude, so I don't want to do any more of that. Yes, it was about a bad subject, but there's no excuse for me to be all bummed out like that. And I think I kind of gave off the wrong kind of message when I was doing that video. And I want to apologize, guys. Let's keep this channel upbeat. And so, with the time that I did have with the game, I want to talk about my impressions of Beta 4, besides the 3102. All right. But before, guys, you know what time it is. Raise your glasses. Cheers. Alright. Yeah, these don't have to be shots. They can be drinks or whatever. Mixed drinks or beers or whatever. You guys know the rules. Anyway. Guys, okay, so if you guys are... I still get this question a lot. I know, hey, you guys don't watch all my videos. So I think I should just start off with the video. Just basically telling my... Guys, I'm going to be starting on Diabolos. My name is Tsubaki Ryuusei. I will leave the name on the bottom so you know how to spell it. And pretty much, yeah, guys, the server problems, they were getting full. They were being pretty packed with a lot of people. I really didn't think Square Enix was anticipating this many type of people, this amount of people. But that's good. That's like a lot of people will get to try out the game and it's spread out, and then their word of mouth can have more people join on it. So you can have a robust, thriving community of people to play with, which is what an MMO should be all about. Playing with multiple people, having a great community, and just, playing with a lot of people from all over the world. It's just awesome to hear about, and I'm really glad that it did. Unfortunately, yes, because of the error, a lot of people get to play. But for those who did get to play, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from those people, and I'm glad you guys are liking the game. That's freaking awesome. Alright. Okay, so I went ahead and started my own character, and then the first thing of the big changes that a lot of people were going to interact to who played Phase 3 was the voice acting. A lot of the voices were muted in the Phase 3 beta, but now for Phase 4 they actually added some voice acting. This wasn't a substantial amount of voice acting. These were basically part of the main scene, a narrator, all the main characters, the rulers of each governing state, Gridania, Limsa, and Ul'dah. And the special ops team that they had that was like kind of neutral for each city. Depending on which city you picked, for Limsa, it was a Mithra. Mithra, I think she was a condor because she did have a scepter. For Ul'dah, it was a human. The way he played, he was kind of a roguish character, but he could heal too. So I guess I would consider him more of a paladin-like. And then, unfortunately, I didn't play Grandia's. I played Grandia's starting area when I first started, and it was two characters actually. It was a human, it was a Hirun female, and I'm gonna keep messing that up. A Lalafeld male Lalafeld, and basically they got the voice acting. And I believe they have the same voice actors from 1.0 back into this one. If anyone, I'm not, I do like to pick out a lot of voice actors when I'm watching anime and stuff like that, and they kind of seem the same to me. I don't know, the pitch, the yaw, the other voices. The thing was, there wasn't so much. So if you're thinking about like Star Wars, the Old Republic kind of level, no. You're it's even kind of lower than even StarCraft. Warcraft, it's even lower than that. It's just basically the voice acting's only for your main characters that are going to play main pivotal points in the game. So there's not going to be a lot of voice acting in this game. It really doesn't mind. I really don't mind it too much. Yeah, voice acting does immerse yourself in the game a little bit more by hearing. It activates one of your senses. Sight, taste, all that thing. But of course, you can't taste the game. But hearing the game and just putting a voice to that character that you've grown an attachment to, and yeah, I kind of wish they put more voice acting in the game, but yes, that costs money and time and putting that like. And going with that, it's we'll go ahead and talk about lip sync now. Now they added the part to where you type stuff out, your character will start to talk. The lip syncing, so of course when your character starts to talk, of course you're not going to be lip sync for every word. That would take forever and a lot of money and budget and time and money to. I just repeated myself. To make that work to where you could lip sync, I am going here now, lols, meet me in Alda. So they would have probably have to put all those little motion capture ball thingies on the mouth and balls in the mouth. I'm so immature. Anyway, yeah, so and then that would cost even more. Like they'd probably have to go like an LA Noir kind of, where they put that special paint over their faces to do that, and that would cost tons of money to do that. And you know what? That's alright. Maybe later down the line when they're actually starting making money from your subscriptions and stuff like that, they can actually do it and dump into that, but I don't really see that happening. I'm just happy with the fact that they actually just move their mouths and stuff like that, and you guys can like record and make cinema, you guys talking, whatever. And it's really nice and cool that they put that in there. And with that, moving on, this game probably has the best facial expressions that I've seen in an MMO in like a while. Actually, this is, yeah, I'm going to state, you guys can go ahead, leave a comment below, go ahead and troll me. This is, for me, the best facial expression game I've seen for MMOs I've seen yet. That's it. Sorry, I said it. That's right, I said it. Go ahead and troll me. Go ahead. That's what the comments are for. That's my opinion. Sorry, I have an opinion. But yeah, when the cutscenes do act out, and then you can see the facial expression of that person, you can convey the feeling that they're having. Like I was going through a story mode, and there was a apprentice that was teaching me how to do this, and they saw this. This is very anime cliche-ish, to where you see this uber guy just come out, and then it's like, it's you, and then like her face, you could see her face, like this fear just drop on her face, and plus the body expression chance, because for a lot of MMOs you can only get body expressions through your character, like through, oh, I'm scared, but I can put my hands and start shivering, but you know you can't see the face because it's kind of static, and you know they're basically pantomiming all their expressions. But in this game you can actually see the facial expressions, and you can see fear, excitement, laughter, sadness, indifference, and it's really cool to see that, and it really helps the game push the story onto you, because you can see these characters feel these different expressions through their face and through their bodies, instead of just having like that static like, yay, and you know, because they was like, but so in this one you could see how happy the people are, especially in a lot. There was a good part where you get, I don't know if it's probably spoiling for people, but you get to a party, you get to a party, and you just see people being happy and dancing around, and it's just not like, you see the facial expressions like they're like happy, and it's really cool to see that. And I'm so they took the time to where you can see the facial expression, and your face kind of really matters, because for a lot of MMOs, when you make that character's face, you're not seeing it for the big majority of the game. You're seeing the back of their head, and it's kind of this, and maybe that little bubble in the corner to where you can see that their face, but there was, and it's, but I guess it's just, it's a little thing that I guess, you know, it's like, that's stupid. No one cares about that. Whatever. I was like, for me, it mean a lot to me. Okay. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at my notes. So yeah, so cheers to the facial expressions, you know, the pure emotion that kind of leads off to it. Awesome. All right, so going on, you have to pick your job. Okay. This is one of the common things that I found in the game that I've heard in the chat. There are a lot of arcanists in the game. Duh. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was the new class. For people who played World of Warcraft, once the Death Knight was revealed, God, there's Death Knights everywhere. Of course it is. It's the new thing. Everyone wants to try out the new thing. it's just human nature. When something new and exciting comes out, they want to experience it. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys are like, oh, I'm sick of all these freaking neon dogs running around, blah, blah, blah. Like, ignore them. Like, yeah, it's kind of hard to ignore them, but just play your game, bro. I'm sorry. And, yeah, I have to go back to saying that Makote, there's like, everyone's going to be running around Makote. Yeah, I was wrong, too. That was my dumb ass talking about, I was like, oh, man, Makote's going to be everywhere. But in hindsight, or in retrospective, it's like, yeah, that's really something really stupid to complain about. So, guys, play what you want. Don't let the community tell you what you want to play. It's like, oh, no, that's just mainstream, blah, blah, blah. Then it's like, then it becomes like the hipster douchebags everyone hates on this. Like, well, I guess no, because hipster douchebags complain about how they like something way more than you because they knew and had, even though they're lying about it. Watching you. But yeah, there are a lot of Arcanists. And heck, I told you guys, even me, I was playing an Arcanist. And I will be making a video later on this week talking about my first 15 of my impressions on it. But I will not be addressing it in this video. Alright. That said, yeah, that's pretty much one of the negative things about the community, basically complaining about how there's too many Arcanists, too many dogs running around, blah, neon dogs running around, look at all these Pikachus and blah. It's like, yeah, because the Topaz Carbuncle looks like a stray ass Pikachu. And you know what? That's fine with me because you're sending your pet out and it's doing the fighting for you. Alright, but yeah, I'll go deeper into that when I was talking about Arcanists. Alright, so later on, guys, and then okay, so one thing, immediately, if you join the world at a certain time, the weather effects. Whew, that fog was insane. A lot of people were like, is that a glitch in the game, or is that just like super thick whiteout fog? Dude, that's fog. So you go out and you sit here and look around. If you look in the distance, it won't stop you, like, it won't stop you from seeing like a foot in your face. It's out in the distance. It's a thick fog. Because the draw distance in this game is fantastic. So, if a good example, if you go to Limsa Lominsa and you stay in there and just look out into the bay, you can see the crystal blue waters, the nice blue skies, the seagulls flying through the air, the ships in bay. But when it's foggy, you can't see none of that because a thick white misty cloud is in their way, and it's a foggy atmosphere. And it's like, I was like, that doesn't sound too exciting. But yeah, it's still part of the thing. Yeah, fog is. When you're surrounded by a lot of water area, of course, condensation and through the air is going to come through, and you're going to get a big wall of cloud. It's not going to affect your gameplay, though. That's good. I'm glad they decided to make it to where it stops at a very far draw distance, and it's not affecting your gameplay too much, because it's not like you're going to be running up to a mob. This is you. This is a mob. It's not the fog is not going to be blocking out where the mob is. Okay, that's great, fantastic. So it's not game breaking, the fact that you have to think around the fog. I'm not sure if that's great or bad, or because it would put an interesting new mechanic on it. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people would just be aggravated by it. But you know, the rain is not annoying. You see it in the distance, and it's just kind of just raining and sprinkling down on you. It's not like huge drops where you see it in your face and it's kind of like just getting annoying and you just want to turn off the weather effect. It's in the background. When you look up in the sky, you can see the rain. When it's a clear sky, you can see the celestial bodies in the sky, and it's just really nice. Good job on the weather, guys. It's not annoying. It's nice to see it there. It puts a little atmosphere in the game for a lot of role players. And for people who just want to see a different scenery in the same place. It's just really nice to see that. Alright, so moving on, guys. Alright, so that's the fact that we basically, those first few things you notice. So of course, let's go ahead and get on our missions. Okay, at first, when I did my Phase V3 beta, I started Nolda. I did all the mission quests there. So I wanted to see if the mission quest in the different starting city was going to be different and impact me and make me interested in what the story is, or it's just going to be kind of same and kind of blend in. Totally different. Different cities have to deal with different problems and different economy, strafe, problems, and all that. Yeah, I'm just repeating myself there, but you get a different story for each city that you start off in. That's probably why I'm making 3 characters, to start off, just to get that starting off story, to see what is going on, what's the strife, what's the problem, what's the conflict, what do I need to help the city, why do I want to represent the city. That's awesome. It's great. And I started in Limps and Limits, of course, because I had to, because I was a arcanist. And so they had a very problem with pirates in the area. So of course it was a port city, so the pirates were teaming up with someone. I guess I'll try to prevent spoiling too much. And I actually had an investment time, and I really wanted to know what was going on, because of course you get the little, for story quest and job class quest, you get that cool little cutscene where you see their character going back to seeing the different little animations and like blah blah. It's like, no, it's like, yeah, and all stuff like that, and you can see him act that out in the story where he's like, where with other ones you kind of just have to sit back and watch the heroes do their thing and jump in, and like you didn't feel like a hero, you felt like kind of like a mercenary or a person who was just standing on the side. The story makes you feel like a hero, because when you do your story quest and your class quest, they center in them all upon you. You're not just some character that just sits off the sidelines while the main heroes do their thing. Actually kind of the main heroes seem kind of like a hindrance, because they don't seem to jump in on time, or they want to just like, no, I was just sitting back and watching you, how you were doing things. Thanks a lot, a-hole. I could have used your help back there. It's like, oh, you got it, man. It's like, well, okay, you better just tell everybody that I did this stuff and not your dumbass. So it was nice to see that they centered the story around you and how you were containing and solving conflicts and problems, instead of just you sitting back and contributing, and while the main hero just ran in and stuff like that. But it doesn't sway the fact that these main characters and heroes are not just like wash away characters that you wouldn't forget. Once you meet these people, you'll know who they are, you'll see them, but they will give you center stage, because makes you feel like you're the hero. And while all these iconic characters are about, that's like, cause you're the hero, I'm here, I'm iconic, a lot of people know about me. That's why I think they let you do a lot. They make you do a lot of your hero quest by yourself, so makes you feel like you're the hero of the story. Yeah, you got a lot of people just running around doing the same thing, but when it simplifies you, and I guess this will go against my argument of why MMOs and stuff like that, and why do single player people play that game. It's like, it's kind of succeeding in being a single player game and being an MMO at the same time. So yeah, I'm contradicting myself. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, dude, guys, I'm not always right, but this is just my opinion, and the game's making me think a little bit different, to where it's like, oh, the single player game is great, making you feel like a hero, because people who play this game are more familiar, or the Final Fantasy universe are more familiar with playing a hero who is basically the hero of the world, that saves the world and all that stuff like that. They're still doing that here. Like, when you do hero quest, you're the Crystal Light Warrior. Crystal Light. Go for some Crystal Light right now. I like the raspberry lemonade flavor. So delicious. Plus, it cuts down on my calories. And the light warrior. The crystal, because they put a lot of crystals in this game. And it's really nice. It's really good. So people who really just want to do a story by themselves, you got something to look forward to. And people who want multiplayer all the way, unfortunately, it kind of just... that's another thing. They should have kind of let you team up with other people, do it, and just, when the cutscenes popped out, it just showed different people their own cutscenes, and not like showing people in the background, I guess. I don't know how they could resolve that, but yeah, it was more of a good on people who play the single player. Alright, so going through your quest lines, they changed the fates. They're all over the place. They pop up more frequently, and they significantly increase the amount of XP. If you got a gold medal, basically, if you contribute a lot to the fate experience, you basically got the same amount of experience that you did if you were to do a quest where you killed 10 bunnies or 10 turtles and stuff like that. If not the same, even more, actually. So it actually wanted me to see, when I was checking out my map, if there was a fate, I'd run to that fate, because it gave great amount of experience. if you contribute a good amount of damage, helping, delivering items, or whatever, bringing down the notorious monsters, the NMs, these crazy world I'm gonna call them sub-world bosses, because they're, you know, they're a little lighter. You don't need any organization. Well, a tank would run in. It's like, guys, if you see a tank run in and fight these notorious monsters, and you get the ability to heal, please heal them. They're doing their job. They're running in, you know, taking aggro, so it's not running all over the place, destroying everybody. If you see a tank and he got the aggro, please heal him. That's what I was doing with my Arcanist. It was nice to have that secondary healing ability to keep encouraging that tank to hold on to the mob. You know, it's like, so that was really cool. So with the experience thing, I was able to level up my Conjurer and Thaumaturge a little, and wow, those level a lot faster than what they did for the Phase 3 effect, because of that boon that you got from whichever is your highest class. So just because you pick the class when character creating does not necessarily mean that's your main class. Your main class is the highest experienced one. So if I started off in Arcanist and I got to level 10, but I was like, or 15, and I decided, don't want to do this. Got my Conjurer, got that boon all the way to 15, and it's like, I like Conjurer a lot more. Let's go ahead and level that thing up. There's some skills in Arcanist that I want, so I guess I'll go back to Arcanist. Even though it's the one I picked the first time, it will get the boon for my Conjurer because my Conjurer was higher than it, so it went up. I was getting levels fast at that. I think after killing like 10 mobs, I believe I got to level 3, or 10 to 15 mobs. I got around to level 3. It was fast. I can see them nerfing that a little because it was kind of, I think, a little too fast, but it benefited me wanting to try out Arcanist as a main healer in lower level dungeons. I will not talk about that now. Watch my other video about my first 15 with the Arcanist. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't. Hey, all right, guys, cheers. All right, okay, we're gonna, and I'm almost done with all that. I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at my notes. So the next thing I want to talk about is community. I am so proud of you guys. The people who played on Phase 4, I did a constant look at the community because there's not a general chat, it's more of a shout channel. Basically get the shout in the area, and then there's a yell channel that basically lets us stand out between us shouting. But shouting is basically kind of like the general chat in that area. When new players were running in, where'd you get this? 2 lines later, oh, it's over here. Where'd you get this? Oh, it's over here. How do I get this? You have to do this first. Oh, where's over this? Does anyone want to help me? Hold on, let me do this real quick, and I'll jump in with you. So helpful. If you were to ask that in any other MMO, the community been like, oh, look it up online, loser. It's like, oh god, such a noob. Why are you asking this question? I was just really proud of the community. And the fact is, like, this was very helpful. Now, this might, guys, like I'm saying, it will probably change over the time as soon as the game gets more popular, more trolls will run in. It's like, oh god, just look it up, guys. Stop wasting my time, or just complete dead silence. Yeah, it's gonna probably happen eventually, but at the beginning, it's like, because I'm just gonna say about 80% was very helpful. But then, yeah, you had those times to where you had people trolling. It's like, oh god, just like, why'd you even ask that question? Blah blah blah. It's like, did you see what was on 4chan today? Blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, it was in there, but it wasn't the most talked about thing in the shout channel, which I'm really happy to hear. So if you guys are scared to ask for information on it, just be specific about what you're asking for, and then you'll get a genuine answer. I was really happy about that. But the fact is, like, guys, going on forums, it's a less venomous kind of community to where they're out there, you know, trying to just debunk you and just like make you feel bad about yourself. Yeah, if you go on there and just complain without any valid reasons, and none of your reasons make sense, or you have nothing to back them up with, and that's when the people will start to attack on you. I think that's the same with all the other communities and other MMOs. So, crafting, I didn't get to try it a little bit too much. It was nice that the smaller crafting items did have a fast craft system. That's great, thank you. So crafting was still fun, and I did like enjoying it with the time that I had. So I'm really glad that was there. The cool thing was when you guys got your airship, if you guys were wondering how you get your airship, wait till level 15, you get a quest. It'll tell you to go to the airship, you'll get your pass, and along with the pass you get an adorable little airship. What a novelty thing. It's like, ooh, camera's going wonky. You get this adorable little airship. So now, as long as the airship you get to travel, people get to know that, oh, you got the airship pass because you get this adorable little old schooly airship. It looks kind of more reminiscent of the 1 through 4 kind of airships, or rather than multiple propellers moving around. You guys see the picture here. And that's pretty much it, guys. I haven't gone over housing. I did check it out. It is an instance area outside, and you see all these. It's like a cool little neighborhood, portside neighborhood. And in front of the houses, you see this adorable little Moogle mailbox. You know, little Moogle just posted up on the mailbox like, "Sup." Koalaing on there. And I fortunately didn't get the access to actually try housing. I'm sorry, guys, didn't have enough time. Free companies, you need them at level 25. I was not able to get to that because the cap was at 20. Mr. Happy, go ahead and check him out. I think it's Zoarth or whatever. He has a very good free company video explaining all that is. I get a lot of information for his videos. We never talked or anything, but he does have very informational videos, so give him a look. Alright, guys, and I appreciate your time. I hope this was more informative and less depressive and slurry and me repeating stuff, because I get a lot of that. I've been drinking during these. I'm sorry. It's just how it happens. Guys, also show some support. I'm not sure if I said this already, but they're actually showing my videos on XIV Nation, the Game Breaker channel. I appreciate them actually taking their time to, spread my word out to a lot more people who haven't, stumbled upon my channel. You subscribers, I have much love for you guys. Thank you. Mwah. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed your time with me, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below asking questions. I will get to them as soon as I can. Personal questions, or send your screenshots of your experience this weekend, and I'll probably show it on a show like that, and a little snippet about what was going on here. And I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much. Let's get those subs up there. It's been climbing a lot. Let's get to 1,000. You know what? As always, cheers and game on. Thank you. Alright, going down. Yep. Smaller, longer, more pointed. Let's stay with the default here. Eye shape, of course, angled down, angled up, straight up, more angled down, straight on. Oh, this one's a little bigger. I don't know.